Hi, this is Kenny Harper, and this is going to be an awesome session. I'm going to share with you the 6 strings to marketing that can help amplify your business so you can have more freedom and fulfillment in your life, in what you do, putting your time and energy on the things that matter most in your business. So tune in, write down some notes because all this stuff is going to be very important. And I'm going to give you an option at the end to take some more action on gaining some more strategies and insights. But if you like this, subscribe. Look forward to your comments. Thank you. All right, so what are the 6 strings of marketing? Well, basically, there are different points of your business that you could focus on. And when you focus on them together, they have an exponential effect of really being able to amplify your business. So think about these as key performance indicators, or KPIs. The 6 strings of marketing are KPIs, or key performance indicators. And if you focus on these, and if you're paying attention to these KPIs and taking actions on a regular basis to increase these KPIs, you will amplify your business. You will have more profits. And wouldn't it be nice to have more profits so you can enjoy more freedom and fulfillment in your business? Of course it would. So let's review these in a little bit more detail. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly just so you can get an understanding, and I'll show you an example as we wrap this up and then give you some ideas of how you can take this to your business. So the first thing is visibility. You want to have visibility. There's different ways to have visibility. You can have visibility through advertising. You can buy visibility, right? You can put your message in front of people by putting it on billboards, putting it in commercials, on TV, radio, PR. You can focus on search engine optimization. You could use social media. You could do content marketing, putting content out on various places. You can build and grow your list. That's perhaps one of the most valuable things that you could do, is build and grow your list so you're connecting with people and you're being able to nurture those relationships. You can also build your visibility through referral partners and joint ventures by connecting with people that already have lists and creating relationships with them so you can extend your reach. A lot of different things you can do to increase your visibility, but you need to increase your visibility because it's part of getting business, right? If no one knows you're around, if no one knows you offer a product or service, how will they ever find out about it and select it? Once you have some visibility from one of the strategies before, then you'll start to accumulate leads. Leads are important. You need leads to come into your business. Leads are people that are coming in. They are prospects that may be interested in your product or service, and you can gather leads through many different ways, through contact forms on your website, social media, videos. You can offer downloads or assessments or premium access to particular contents. You can do promotions. You can have people mail in things. You can have them drop business cards. A lot of different things you can do to gather leads. A lot of people go out to networking events and they network with people and they're looking to gain leads, find prospects. Sad part is most people don't take the next step and really work on turning those leads into actual customers. Because once you have leads, once you have people that are at least interested in what you have to offer or the benefits of what you have to offer, then you can take them to the next step. So your conversions. You can work on elevating your conversions. This is when you take someone from being a lead to taking the first step, showing more interest, showing more commitment, and nurturing that relationship to the point where they become an actual customer. And you leverage lead nurturing. There's different ways you could nurture a lead by doing phone calls, drip email campaigns. You can send them things. You can increase your conversion rate through lead nurturing. You can also increase your conversion rate through brand positioning, elevating your brand so it's seemingly more attractive, has more status. You can elevate your value proposition. So why should people do business with you versus somebody else or versus another alternative solution to the pain that they have or to the desire that they aim to fulfill? When you change and elevate your value proposition, you'll increase your conversions. Emotional marketing, tapping into people and their mindset when they're coming to you, what their pains and frustrations are, what their desires are. Marketing to them, being more specific to them, can be very powerful. And then having urgency and calls to action increases people to take action from being a prospect to a lead to an actual customer. Once they're your customer, that's not when the relationship ends. That's really when it begins. So now what we're going to focus on is the number of sales per customer. If someone does business with you once and then they never do business with you again, then you're going to have to continually look for new leads, new customers, non-stop. And unless you're in the funeral business, maybe that's not a good deal. It'd be a better deal to focus on getting your current customers to have more purchases, to do business with you more. The most expensive part of growing a business is finding new customers. So might as well try to keep the customers you have happy, provide value to them, and increase the number of sales you can have per customer, which increases the lifetime value of the customer. So some strategies that you can consider there are customer nurturing, where you're going to nurture that customer. It's very similar to lead nurturing, but rather than nurturing them to become a customer, it's now nurturing them to continue to be the customer. On other products that you have, giving some product education, offering some promotions to incentivize people to take another trial with a different product or a different service. Doing e-blasts, staying top of mind. Behavioral marketing. You've seen this. It's been around for some time. Amazon has used it for probably over a decade, but now there's tools where small business owners and entrepreneurs can leverage behavioral marketing, where you can change the messaging on your content and on the messages that people receive based on where they're at, their preferences, and their likes. So this is what you see if you go to Amazon and you buy a book, and then they offer you similar books or products that are related to that topic. And I don't know about you, but it's worked for me. Could you see yourself doing this? Can you see the importance of increasing your number of sales per customer? How much would it be worth in your business if you can take all the customers you currently have and get them to make one more purchase a quarter? Would that make a big difference in your business? I think it would. Number 5, the fifth string we're going to be looking at is the average dollar sale per customer. So if people are buying $20 items, if you can get them to buy $50 or $100 items, that much better. If they're buying $100, maybe $500, $1,000. If they're buying $1,000, maybe $5,000, $10,000. And so up this string. And how do you do that? Well, you can do this in many different ways. There are strategies that you can do to elevate the dollar sale per customer. One would be to create a branded product that they can only get through you. Another way would be to, again, elevate your value proposition so they can see that you are the only one who can offer that product or service. Emotional marketing, again, comes into play. Leveraging a sales system where you're really going to be focusing on the benefits that they're going to receive. Doing cross sales, upsells, bundling. All are different strategies that if you focus on implementing these in your business, you're going to increase the average dollar sale per customer. Very important. And last but not least, number 6, your profit margin. You can focus on elevating your profit margin in several different ways. Number 1, you can elevate your status. When you have higher status, you have a higher demand for your product or service. You can charge more for your product or service. Increase the return on investment. If you increase the what am I saying increase for? If you increase the ROI that you can offer someone, that is going to give you the ability to have more profit margin for them. Also, if you increase your own return on investment in your advertising and your marketing, that will help you with your profits as well. And then again, a fail-proof way to increase your profit margin is to raise your prices. When you raise your prices, you can automatically increase your profits. You could do that right now. You could do that starting today. You could raise your profits. You may lose a little bit of people who are looking for the cheapest possible solution, but you will gain more in profits, and after all, isn't that much better? Super cool. All right, so what I just did right there is I gave kind of an overview of the 6 strengths. Now what I'm going to do is giving you a fictitious case study of how this may play out if we had 2 different doctors getting ready to use these in their business, and what that would mean if they focus on the 6 strengths. So you definitely want to tune in, see how this works, and see how it will apply for you. All right, so here's a little case study with an example here that I think is very beneficial. On the left, we have Dr. Jack Black, and on the right, we have Dr. Jillian Michaels. Now, if obviously these are actors and actresses. Actually, Jillian Michaels is a health nutrition specialist, and I'm just using their pictures here for an example. These are just fictitious pictures. These are not real. These are real people, but they're not people in this real case study. This is an example, so I'm having a little fun with it. Does that sound good? All right, because this is really important how these numbers come together. All right, so let's look at the benchmark of an advertising campaign. Someone's spending $5,000 on an advertising campaign. That's a lot of money. Depending on your business, it could be a lot, or maybe it's a decent amount of money. And for that $5,000, they're going to get a certain amount of visibility. They're going to get their message out in front of a certain amount of people, prospects. And out of those prospects that they get their message in front of, they're going to get 100 leads. So out of the 100,000 people that they're getting their message in front of, they're going to get 100 leads. All right, and out of those leads, they'll have a sales conversion rate of 20%. Okay, so 20% conversion rate of 100 leads would be 20 customers. Make sense? You following along? Good. All right, so 20 customers. Now, the average number of sales per customer in this example would be 2. You're going to have 2 sales. And this is like a medical practice, right? Maybe it's hair removal, or maybe it's something like freezing your fat away, right? Cool sculpting. So the average number of sales per customer is 2, and the average dollar sale per customer is $2,000. Now, doing the math, you say 2 times 2,000 is 4,000 times 20 customers. That's revenue of $80,000. Now, let's say the profit margin on doing this was only 25%. So the profits would be $20,000. I don't know about you, but I would spend $5,000 to get $20,000. Does that make sense? All right, so this is the example. In our case study, we're going to have Dr. Jack Black and Jillian Michaels are going to be equal in pretty much everything. And we're just going to use them as examples to show what happens when you focus on these 6 strings of marketing. So let's look at Dr. Jack Black. And what he's going to focus on, he's like, we need more leads. We need to have more leads. We need to pay for more advertising so we can get more leads. And this will give us a bigger return on investment. So he's going to increase his budget to get 50% more leads. He's focusing on his lead generation. He's going to use the existing branding and marketing that he has, and using his existing sales and marketing systems. And what he's going to do when he focuses on lead generation, he's going to increase his visibility 50%. So he is going to have more leads. Everything else stays pretty much the same, because the only thing he's focusing on right now is lead generation. So he's going to keep the 20% conversion rate, which will take his sales to 30. He's going to have the same average dollar sale per customer, the same average dollar amount sale per customer, is going to take his revenue up to $120,000. Profit margin staying the same. He'll have a profit of $30,000. So from our prior example, he gained an extra 10 grand because his profit here is 30,000 versus the 20,000 it was on the benchmark. Now, Dr. Jillian Michaels is going to do things different. She is going to focus on her whole 6 strings approach. And she's going to do 10% for all. So she's going to increase her visibility and increase her leads by 10%. Now her conversion rate's also going to go up by 10% because she's focusing on updating her branding, refining her strategy, and developing the systems to give everything a little bit of a boost. So she's going to have higher conversion rate. From the leads she'll generate, the conversion rate of 22%, she'll have 24 sales. With the average dollar sale going up a little bit, and the average number of average number of purchases per customer going up a little bit, her revenue now is up to $116,160. Taking your profit margin up 10%, now her profit is $31,944. So a gain of $11,944. Now, the important part I want you to understand here is Dr. Jack Black paid for 50% more leads. Dr. Jillian Michaels paid for 10% more. All right? And she still made more money. So let's break this down. The overall gain, the winner here in this little competition, is Dr. Jillian Michaels for an extra 10% in advertising. She was able to generate substantially more money. And when you look at the costs, how they weigh in together, you can see that Dr. Jack Black had to pay more for advertising and had to do 40% more work with the leads than, maybe that percentage may not be right, but he had to do more work working all those extra leads. She did less and was able to make more. You see how that makes sense? It's all in the numbers. So if you're looking at your KPIs, what is this? If you're looking at your KPIs, you want to make sure that you're looking at the 6 strings of marketing. Your visibility, your number of leads, your conversion rate, the average number of sales per customer, the average dollar sale per customer, and your profit margin. So when you do all that together, that is how you to amplify your business. Cool, you stayed all the way to the very end. So thank you very much for your time. And I just want to make sure that this provided value for you. So if you can leave a comment, that would be great. And if you found this valuable, definitely go to my website, kennyharper.rocks, and you can sign up to my newsletter there, and you can get more business growth insights. I give out free resources and a lot of great stuff. I hope to connect, and until then, rock on. And oh, by the way, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, that'd be pretty cool too. All right, thanks.